Thank you very much, Dr. Louimar. Louimar po ba? Buong buo? Okay. Thank you po. And if you have questions, you may reserve it until the end of all the topics to be discussed today. So moving forward to our next topic, to discuss Barangay Paravet system. Please welcome Dr. R.B. Banaag from the City Veterinary Office. Dr. Finally.
Thank you, Dr. Joy. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. R.B. Banaag from the City Veterinary Office of City of Jose Delmonte, Bulacan. And first, we would like to thank JICA, especially Dr. Nobu, for giving us the most prestigious award that we received. So we are thinking how we will present this to our city mayor. But we already come up with a solution. So Mayor, we have won one of the best rabies surveillance implementers in our country. Okay. So my topic is about paraveterinary system. Is it legal for our paravets to vaccinate? So are there local government units here already implementing paraveterinary system in their LGUs? So are they legal to vaccinate? Yes, they do. According to RA 9482 or our Anti-Rabies Act. As long as they are supervised by a range licensed veterinarian. Okay. So to give you some of brief history with our city, for 2015, we still don't have paraveterinary workers and volunteers for rabies eradication program. So we have only a maximum of 12 vaccinators, okay? And we have no census or database on our city back then. So we have a human population of 571,000 for 2013, and 2014, as you can see on the data, we have 602,000 human population. So census is very important for rabies elimination program, especially for anti-rabies vaccination program in our LGU. And for the household, as you can see, for 2010 census, we have 102,131. And for 2015, an astonishing increase of 126,553. That's only for 5 years. So for now, our local government, our city, has a total of 160,000 households and a population of 750 plus thousand. So ganun po kalaki ang aming pong syudad. We have 59 barangays, and fortunately, nahati na po yung pinakamalaking barangay, which is the Barangay Muson. So we already have 62 barangays right now. Okay, so for the vaccination strategy that we are using way back 2015, we are conducting posting vaccination only. We don't do house to house because we only have 12 vaccinators in our 59 barangays. So we do that year round. So we cannot vaccinate for a very short period of time. Okay. So is it effective? So you'll see in the data that we have. For human rabies case, it still remains in our city. And for the data of animal rabies cases, as you can see, from 2010 to 2015, that we are not utilizing volunteers and paravets in our LGU for our city. So the rampant increase of animal rabies cases yearly, as you can see on the data. Okay, so it wasn't effective. So what did we do? What did we do to address this problem? So we come up with a collaboration with the City Health Office. So way back then, our City Health Officer is my mother actually. So when we go to our house, so we live in the same house, we are chatting about how to eliminate rabies in our city. So but she's already retired right now. So, okay, but still our OIC is very much responsive for this program. So we collaborated with different agencies such as the City Health Office or the Barangay Health Workers. So we utilize them for our volunteers. We train them for as vaccinators and also educators for rabies. And we also include barangay tanods because on the National Rabies Prevention and Control Committee, DILGs plays a vital role for rabies elimination. So they utilize barangay tanods and also staff from the barangay, such as their officials. Even the barangay chairman also contributed in this project. And of course, the staff from City Health Office, even their nurses and midwives, we train them for vaccination and rabies education. And of course, others such as the home officials, even the academe, to the help of the veterinary students and such veterinary organizations. So we train them for a week, and then we go for anti-rabies vaccination, mass anti-rabies vaccination, and other programs involved. So these are some highlights of the training way back 2015. So that's it. And right after the training of the volunteers, the barangay health workers conducted census for our target population for 2015. So they have census total of 65,241 dogs and cats. So ganun po kalaki yung naging increase ng aming census, no, ang aming target population. Okay, as you can see, is it effective? So this is the significant impact of the volunteer vaccinators and our educators. So as you can see in the data, 2014, we only vaccinated 20,000. And after the volunteerism project, so we vaccinated 2015, almost 100% increase in vaccination. So we vaccinated 43,953. So look at the impact on animal rabies cases. Way back 2015, we used to be also #1 for animal rabies cases. And again, #1. So 2015, as you can see, the impact, it has a decrease of 15 cases for 2016. So there is really a significant impact for this program. Okay. So because of this program, we talk with our local chief executive and the Sangguniang Barangay, our Sanggunian in our city. So they saw the importance of these volunteer groups. So it's also when we decided to introduce to them the establishment of para-veterinary workers, and that's in the year 2016, the following year. So with they included through the Sanggunian, they have included budget for this program. So back then we have 50 para-veterinary workers, and they have an allowance of 4,000 per month, and only 4 months time of allowance. So we have a total of 800,000 pesos for the budget for these 50 para-veterinary workers for 4 months only. So we have to do a shorter vaccination time frame for it to be effective, or so we can achieve a good herd immunity. So that's only 4 months time frame. Okay, so some of the highlights, and in this slide, as you can see, these are the composition of the training that we have conducted for the para-veterinary workers. If you want a copy, we can provide you a copy of this. So all of these PowerPoint presentations, we can give you a copy if you want. So this is for day 1. We have the overview of what is a para-veterinary worker, but how can they be selected, their functions and duties, and the team, the composition of team, the updates on rabies. Of course, we have to give them overview of the laws, national laws pertaining to rabies and animal welfare. And when we have already the rabies ordinance, we are also included in the manual. Okay, so that's the highlight of our 50 para-veterinary workers training for day 2. So these are the composition of our training. Okay, so moving on. For day 3, we go on the field training para talagang makita if they are already trained for vaccination and education. Okay. Let's see. So, okay. So, is it effective? Is the para-veterinary system effective? So, this is a significant impact of our city with 50 para-veterinary workers. As you can see on the data here, there is a massive increase of anti-rabies vaccination from 2014, or from 20,000 dogs and cats vaccinated to a total of 61,000 dogs and cats vaccinated during 2017 when we had the Paravet system. And as you can see on the right side, the animal rabies cases, there is a decrease of animal rabies cases from 2015 to 2018. So I think that is a significant impact of utilizing para-veterinary workers. Okay. So after that, there is the enactment of the city rabies ordinance on 2018, and in this ordinance we already included the funding for para-veterinary workers. So okay, we also included the recruitment, how we recruit, how we select para-veterinary workers. So and also their functions and duties for rabies elimination program. Okay. Next is, and right after the enactment of our rabies ordinance, we also formulate the manual for para-veterinary workers. So this manual, we can also give it to you if you want. Can submit it to you through email if you want a copy. Okay, what are the positive impacts of para-veterinary worker system? So number 1, of course, we can do a shorter time frame and wide coverage of vaccination, as like you have seen on the previous slides. So we are doing 2 to 3 months time frame for our anti-rabies vaccination, but unfortunately, kinulang naman kami sa budget for vaccines. I think it's because of the Mandanas Garcia ruling. So we don't have any more vaccines from coming from the national government. But anyway, I think we should have a budget really for this program, especially anti-rabies vaccination. And number 2, rapid response on suspected rabies cases. So paravets, we can really utilize paravets for rapid response on suspected rabies cases, as we did in our city. When cases are being reported, so the paravets will then report to the city vet office for suspected rabies cases, so we can respond eventually for control and for the control of the disease. Of course, they are also trained for case investigation. Hindi na kami yung pupunta pa doon sa lugar, no? Nakaka-ease kami ng time and of course ng pagod din. And we can conduct year-round information education campaign on responsible pet ownership because they are trained educators for this program. Okay, next. And we can update target population through animal census because of these para-veterinary workers. Okay. And of course, lastly, meron kaming mata at tenga sa barangay. So kung tama si Doc na yung Marites, ito yung mga Marites namin sa mga barangay, yung mga Paravet. So kahit hindi tungkol sa rabies, nasasagap din namin. Dito sila magaling. Okay, so kung merong positive impacts, of course, we have barriers and constraints for this system. Number one, of course, pondo. Funding. Napakabigat po ng pondo for our Paravet, no? So right now, we have 80 para-veterinary workers at because of the rabies ordinance of our city, napilitan ng budgetan ng aming city yung para-veterinary workers. So they have an allowance of 2,000 pesos. Maliit po, napakaliit para po sa trabahong ginagampanan nila. 2,000 pesos per paravet for 1 year. So times 80, times 12. So we have a budget of 1.9 million po for our para-veterinary workers alone. Okay. Of course, number 2, politika. Pagka hindi sinuportahan ng mayor, sigurado hindi mababudgetan. So paano namin ginawa? So how do we do it? Naghanap kami ng isang konsehal na talagang malapit talaga sa aming city mayor, and siya yung pinag-sponsor namin nung ordinansa. So naaprubahan, kaya po meron kaming sistema for para-veterinary workers, and pwede din pong gawin, subukan sa inyong LGU. Okay. So before I end my presentation, I just wanted to give you a quote by Matis Stepanek, an American poet. He says, "Unity is strength when there is teamwork and collaboration. Wonderful things can be achieved." Thank you very much and good afternoon.